Recorded live with little or no editing, it's Defense Up. I'm Run 7. How you doing? Today I had Purple, Sticky, and Zero Cool Gamer helping me out with these defenses. We took a look at them. This is Nemesis' defense. He's 27 million TCP running in Diamond 2, if I remember right, which I always have a hard time remembering those, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. All right. What we want to talk about mostly in this episode is going to be toward the end of this roster. We have some pretty thick defenses, and what they're trying to do is draw out this new Masters of Evil team, make people choose between it. We're going to talk about why that is a good idea, or maybe it's not a good idea as we get there. But starting off, team number 1 is the Infinity Watch. It's fine, gets a name, we're going to move right on. Team number 2 is the Darkhold team. Now, of course, this team can be used against Wakanda in 6 if you're finding that anymore. Some people are putting this team in 6 or other stuff in 6 because Masters of Evil can take out that Wakanda fairly easily in 6. Over here we have pretty decent ISOs. Personally, I like Scarlet Witch as a skirmisher healer. It's not really going to matter. I think skirmisher is the better way to go if you're building the team. We do want a placement swap with... Oh, how's this going to go? It's going to go Agatha, MLF, Strange, Scarlet Witch, Wong, in that order. Agatha is calling an assist from one Darkhold member, which is going to be either Strange or Wong right now, and that's no good. Wong cleanses on his basic assist. Strange does some stuff, which is pretty powerful, but it's not that great. And you don't want her picking between the two. You want her calling an assist from MLF. Every time. MLF is so much damage, that health steal of stealing the positive effects. It's crazy. So you want that to happen. So put Agatha on the outside next to MLF. Other than that, like, I'm not even going to dog you for the ISOs, but the placement is really garbage. So I'm going to give you a B+ for this team. It's not super great. Over here, we have the Rebirth team with Zemo. Zemo giving some positive effects to the guy with one arm, Winter Soldier. Now, Winter Soldier already has the Hydra tag, so it's kind of a waste having him adjacent to Zemo, with Zemo being a fortifier in the portable shield device room. So what we want to do is a placement change. We're going to put Peggy, then Zemo, then Agent Venom. So swap places with Agent Venom and Zemo. And you're going to do a little better there. Winter Soldier, like I said, is going to get those positive effects anyways, not a big deal. So... Zemo speeds up the team a little bit, adds some RNG. This is not a team that's going to really stop anything. We're kind of splitting hairs on a placement change. Also, I don't like Peggy as a striker. I like her better as a healer. And you could, because Peggy is a very important target to take out right off the bat, you could make her a fortifier if you wanted to. That might actually be a better choice for portable shield device. Then she would be spreading some positive effects back to Zemo when she takes a turn. And then Captain America as a fortifier isn't fantastic. He's going to be spreading. He already has everything. Like, he gives it to his team anyway, so it's kind of pointless to make him a fortifier for the Room 3 bonus. I think it would be better to make him a skirmisher, maybe a healer if you really wanted to. Probably skirmisher's the way to go there. Pretty nitpicky on the ISO choices, but definitely get a placement swap because that costs you nothing. We're going to go A- on that team. Kind of a junk filler, by the way. Okay. We have the Unlimited X-Men with Bishop. We didn't like Bishop in here. I don't think you're getting anything good out of Bishop. Honestly, if you're going to put Bishop in here, you might as well move Gambit next to Bishop so that if they do come in with a Gambit rewinds Gambit, that might make it a little tougher. But honestly, just get Bishop out of here. Just go with a regular 5-piece. Otherwise, your placement's great, your ISO's great, everything. I think Bishop's kind of a detriment to it. Sticky says he's gone into a team just like this before, mop the floor with him with Gambit. It's just not, or with Gamma. It's not the way to go. So get Bishop out of here. Go back to the regular 5-piece. I'm going to go B on this team. Okay, here is where the rubber hits the road. We are taking some really powerful offensive tools like Dormammu, Emma, and Kestrel and throwing them in here on a Tangled Web team. Now, you can't outspeed this team in traditional ways. Like, you can't come in here with a Hela because Kestrel's going to delete Greg. You come in here with something like Emma, Zemo, and stuff. You're kind of going coin flip, and we're not really sure how it plays out with the speed. So this is tough. This is a real tough team. Probably calls for a 2-tap, sack it with like a Minerva sack team, ripping that 20% health from everybody, and then coming back into it. There are some hybrid counters that we talked about in here. We talked a little bit about some Eternal comps. But really, it's kind of tricky. What's happening here is a lot of players are going to feel the urge to bring in Masters of Evil and wipe the floor with this team. That's what they're going to want to do. And so that's why we like this. I would like to see a placement swap with Weaver and Dormammu, putting her in the back row.
A show here.
Thanks, chat. Appreciate for that one.
For the love of God.
I'd like to see that placement swap there, but otherwise it's pretty good. The reason we like this team is because it's drawing that MOE counter, and it makes it so that they have to choose between this team or a Room 5. This is a Wakandans. Assuming that these are the 5 biggest Wakandans that Nemesis have, this is pretty good. I'd like the placement swap with Black Panther, Shuri, and Black Panther, Shuri, and Black Panther 1 mil all in the front row. Spread those guys out a little bit more. I think that's a better choice there. With this in combination with the Room 5 makes this a challenging choice for people who want to try using their Masters of Evil. This is going to be a tricky team. It requires some hybrids. Over here, you can come into this. I think we said it was Eternals, Kestrel, Echo to beat this with Cap Sam. So there's ways to beat this. You could beat this with Darkhold. You could, Benny Westside says that you can beat this with Unlimited on a punch across. I don't know about that one. I wouldn't be able to do it knowing me. But there's ways to beat this without using your Masters of Evil, but assuming your opponent doesn't know those tricks, they might just get stuck and they're going to use their Masters of Evil here, and then they're going to have to use either a 2-tap or something really clever to get through this team. So we kind of like both of them. I'm going to go ahead and give this one an A-. I want that placement swap, and over here definitely needs a placement swap. This is going to be a B+ over here. Honestly, we've said this 100 times. I hate having to beat the drum on this one, but the best version for Room 6, all things being created equal, is going to be the older Wakandans team with M'Baku and Killmonger. However, put in whatever you have built up the most, and if you don't have anything built up, it's going to be the War Dogs that you should invest in for the overall long-term value outside of Crucible and this season's of Crucible and all that stuff. So that's what we think. Again, special thanks to Purple Sticky and Zero Cool Gamer for joining me, and of course to chat, who is always throwing us out great recommendations today. It's always helpful. If you want to be a part of the conversation that happens behind the scenes, Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Twitch, links will be in the description. You can come and join us. Remember, guys, don't just have a good game, be good to yourselves and others too, and I'll see you next time.